What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another post. Yay, finally back on the Zoom thing. So, we're going to go over this post right here from anonymous participant. Can anyone please tell me if there is a leash law in Carlsbad? I am so tired of trying to walk my two small dogs on leashes and big dogs come charging at them. This has happened twice in the last 2 days. Different dogs on the same cul-de-sac in the Cavalier Hills area. I also witnessed last week 2 dogs almost getting hit by a car because they ran into the street. Is there anything that can be done? First of all, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers. Also, so this isn't just a occurrence that's happening in my neighborhood, but it's happening elsewhere as well. So I saw a lady today, no leash on her dog. They were jaywalking, and that scares me for the dog. Okay, which I made a video. I recorded it as we were driving, and so I'll be sharing with you guys later. So yeah, a lot of videos today as usual, guys. So don't you guys worry. Today, a lot of videos per usual. On a lot of different topics. So here is 14 comments that we're going to be reading. So Katrina Marie writes, I live in that area and know what you're talking about. A lot of people unleash their dogs. In the playground areas, I've also almost seen dogs get hit. There is a leash law, and if your dog was injured by their dog, you could possibly hold them accountable, i.e. costs. Sans Hard Sell writes, the non-emergency line for calls at police is 760-931-2197. Call with an issue, and they may be able to send a police person to assess the situation. I believe there is a requirement to always have your dog under control and a leash when in public, no longer than 6 feet or 6 inches, 6 feet. I don't know. This anonymous person wrote, thank you. Chris Wright writes, I checked. The city of Carlsbad had no leash law, and the state of California states that cities or counties designate their own leash law. It is the county of San Diego that has the law in place. So Sam Ward writes, I suspect that this code only applies in unincorporated areas of the county. Chris writes to Sam Ward saying, I certainly am not as familiar with the law as you are. I couldn't find anything in the Carlsbad law that discusses leashes. I did find some issues about dogs regarding their presence on beaches and parks. Perhaps you know of something, Sam. Sam Ward writes to Chris saying, found it. The city adopted the above county code via Carlsbad Municipal Code 708010. The county is the enforcing power, so in addition to calling the Carlsbad Police Department on an emergency number, a call to county animal control might be a good idea. The anonymous participant wrote to Sam Ward saying, excellent, thank you for researching. Chris wrote to Sam saying, thank you. So what you found was that the city of Carlsbad essentially uses county law. So anyone who wishes to see details, then check on my link. Then the anonymous participant wrote, we did send him an email to the HOA. If it continues, then I'm giving addresses. Peter Mead writes, leash law or not, people are going to respect it just about as much as they do red lights when driving. As the owner walker of 2 small dogs, I always have mine on leashes, partly to protect them and me from unleashed dogs. Oh, don't worry, he's friendly. Barbara Campbell writing to Peter saying, carry a water bottle with Listerine and just to squirt, they'll run. Okay. The anonymous person to Peter Mead saying, yes, I hear that, and I'm sorry, I don't know how they got loose. Nadine Scott writing, "You're in the city of Oceanside, reported to the Humane Society." So I've been waiting for somebody to bring this up, whether it's my neighbor, whether it's somewhere else. So one thing that you are allowed to do is you can have your dog off leash, but only when going to and from your car, going to and from your mailbox, things like that, right? On your own property, right? But as far as taking them for a walk, they have to be on a leash. Now, I have seen so many people in my freaking neighborhood and also out and about as well, but more so in my neighborhood, I've seen on the daily and nightly where people are walking their dogs off leash. It's completely illegal, 100% wrong. And the first thought that comes to my mind, which all of you can understand, is, did Pete from 7007 Nutmeg down the street tell all these individuals, hey, make Austin record a video of you walking your dog off leash? Or something to that effect. I don't know what happened. Or are they just that stupid? You cannot walk your dog without a leash on. And it's against the law. So Pete, luckily, has been wanted for this and many other things over the years. So he has not been caught yet. He's on video, though. I share it with you guys. I share all these videos because you guys have seen a little bit with that lady with no leash on her dog. I am not afraid of the dog. I am mad that they're getting away with it. I don't care if you have a small dog, medium dog, big dog. I don't care. I don't care if you have the nicest and smallest dog on the planet. I do not simply care. I don't care if they're old. I don't care at all whatsoever. You are breaking the law. So no leash law or leash law in this city. You need to have your dog on a leash. So if someone can bring this up and see if it's on a city council agenda item, preferably within the next few weeks, because next week, like I said, I'm out of town with my family. So there needs to be a agenda item for this to be talked about, because I want to bring it up and explain that, look, there are people in my neighborhood, Pete being one of them, and I'll explain it, and I'll out him to the full extent, outing his address, exposing his address right there for the whole city of Carlsbad to see on their TVs, computers, phones, right? And I know that the street that Priya lives on, all these people are coming from that street. So I really hope that Priya can figure out a way to put this on agenda item, because it's happening right there in our front yard. Right there. Right there. These people do realize that they're breaking the law. And two, they do realize they're on camera 24/7. For all of us that have Ring cameras, however, on the front of our houses, they do realize that we have Ring cameras and that they are being recorded 24/7. So there needs to be a law put in place to where, if you're that, for me and anyone else that live in this neighborhood, that live in this city, that see this happen in our own neighborhood, that we can call the police immediately and have them immediately arrest them. Okay? Put a warrant out for their arrest. They need to be arrested, because we cannot have this happen. We need these dogs to go to homes where they're going to walk the dogs with a leash on. I mean, and what I've seen so far is so many people walking their dogs off leash. It's not okay whatsoever. And also, there's a neighbor on the middle street. So for those who live on my street or on that middle street, you know why I call it middle street. I've been since the very day I could talk when I was a baby. There is a lady who lives on the middle street that I have seen actually. And she picked up her puppy by the collar. That is nearly strangling your dog to death. I have yet to see that happen again. But next time I see that happen, guess what? I will be calling the cops. I will be calling that animal control number. I will be calling the Humane Society as well to get that poor little puppy away from that lady and away from that household and that family. And making sure that puppy gets adopted into a home where it's going to be, he or she's going to be loved and cared for and not be picked up like that anymore. There's so many people that live here in this neighborhood in particular that don't deserve dogs. I deserve my dog. My neighbor who has his dog as their first dog, they deserve to have that dog. One of my other neighbors who lost their dog a few years ago is ready to adopt another puppy. So they deserve dogs as well. But all these people that I'm talking about that don't deserve dogs are Pete, that lady who I've seen grabbing her puppy by the collar, and this guy who walks his baby in a stroller with it's the white poodle, I believe. It's a white poodle or a brown poodle. It's a white doodle. It's a doodle dog, golden doodle or a white doodle. I've seen Priya. When I see Priya walk her dog Kishmish and her baby in her shoulder, Priya is using a leash. Priya can hold her dog Kishmish and her baby at the same time, as far as leash and stroller at the same time. So, especially that's fine. Take your baby out for a walk in their stroller, along with taking your dog for a walk at the same time. But followed by Priya's example. You can hold the leash. You can control the leash and the stroller at the same time. If Priya can do it, anybody can do it. Right? I mean, so I've seen it happen way too often, guys, and it's absolutely abhorrent. So walk your dog with a leash on. At the end of the day, it's you either walk your dog with a leash on or you give them up for adoption. It's that simple. Because if you can't handle walking your dog with a leash on, I'm sorry, but you have no business owning a dog. You're not a good dog owner. Sorry, but not sorry at the same time. I can handle Cal with a leash on. And again, the only time that she's off leash is when we go check the mail multiple times in the afternoon, when we going to and from our car, things like that, right? Otherwise, out there, it's on a leash. She's on a leash. I can handle Cal on a leash. Okay. So if you can't walk your dog with a leash, why do you even have a dog in the first place is the question. So again, my first thought, again, I will share that video that I made earlier. But again, my first thought when I see this happening more and more and more now is it's Pete. It's either Pete is telling all these people going around the neighborhood, telling everybody to walk their dogs off leash, and like directly right in front of my camera, or in, you know, view sight of my camera, and or they're just being that incredibly stupid. So again, walk your dog with a leash on. Okay? All right, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and share. And walk your dog with a leash on, please. It's not that hard.